We are ready to put in our third concentric box. I'm 2 warps from the second one, and I will be ending 2 warps from the second one on the right side. We have pinched. One is going behind 1 warp and up. Second one's jumping over 1 warp from the front and jumping from 1 warp from the back and returning. And the ones that I'm holding in the back, I'm going to swing those around. And I have the 2 up above. The top one I'm going to have join with the ones in the back. The first one's jumping over 2 warps, going behind 2 warps from the back, and up and away. This one is jumping over 3 warps to the back, and up and away. We'll continue this one because this one's jumping over the 4 warps, behind 2 warps from the back, and returning to the front, and we're going to go all the way and stop at that 4 or 2 warps to ending. And we're at 4 warps. We're at needing to end right at that 2. So I could if I wanted to, I should. I'm going to back up 1 so I could at least do 3 warps over 1 from the back. I really like to try to make it a little bit of a sharper turn. So I'll go over 1 warp towards the beginning and towards the end. And returning to the back. Keeping 1 in the front. And there is our third concentric box. And we're going to do a snow row right underneath. We've done a snow row underneath our third concentric box. Bring those weavers to the front, and we're just taking 1 and returning 1 to the back, setting that up for 3-strand twining, and then here's our beautiful spiral weft, step by step, and this one is closing in, so that is going over the warp pairs, and then 1 in the back is returning to the front. Let's see. And let me take that back. Sorry, this one is going to the back. This one is returning to the front over here. There we go. So we have these spiral wefts. This one is joining that point, going around these warps, and I'm just going to hold on to that and so I can bring it with its partner. This one is in the back and it's returning to the front. Sometimes looking over this camera can be a little difficult. There we go. And I'll put those up and away, and we'll work on those ones. We are at the spiral weft. This one and this one are going to go to the back, and I know I'm grabbing the right side first. I'm going to hold on to that one. I have this one that was spiral over these 2, and I am repositioning that one to its starting point. That way I can put these together, and here this one's going to the back, and we have the one that's in the back that's spiraling over these 2, returning. And we have our third concentric box, and just grabbing one from the back. So there's 2 in the front, that spiral set. You could always look at your beautiful spiral weft and admire all that work. I know it's a lot of work, keeping track of so many beautiful weavers that make up all those designs, and you could check out the back and admire that design that's coming through. So we'll do another snow row. We did our third concentric box, so we're going to do a snow row right underneath. We are at our fourth concentric box that I put in. We're going to do a snow row right underneath, and always look at your 3-strand twining and when do they need to be twined. Do they have 2 snow rows under them? It's always fun to kind of proofread as you're going on your next step. Okay, we did that snow twining, and we're looking at where we're at, and we know we need to do our spiral weft. This is where it gets really fun. I just love doing spiral weft. These 2 are going to go jump to the back. They're doing a spiral over their warps, and then the ones that are in the back are going to, so they find out who is who. So the one that's up above is returning to the front over here, and the one that's above on these 2 warps is returning to the front here. So let's get that one right where, there it is. These 2 warps and these 2 warps. And the ones that are in the front are going to dive to the back because they are going over these and these. As I'm doing that, I'm going to hold on to one, join it with its pair, and this one is jumping over, and I'm going to join that one. And here's our fourth concentric box, 2 warps in, bringing them all forward, and swinging one back to the back and making sure they're a pair. And we'll work on these ones. Working the spiral, the top one is returning to the front, and she's over here. The top one on these 2 warps is returning to the front, and she's right here. And the 2 that are in the front are going to be spiraling on there too. They get a meet in the middle. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to grab one and connect it with its pair. And the other one, I'm going to swing that in the back, make some room, and grab its pair. There's the setup right there. So pretty. And we have our fourth concentric box, and I brought all 3 of them to the front, and then I'm grabbing one and returning one to the back. And now we're ready for another snow row. We did our second concentric box under our, we did our second snow row under our fourth concentric box. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I stop in between all the different 3-strand twining, so I got ahead of myself there. Okay, now after our second snow row of our fourth concentric box, we can bring our weavers out, and we have 2 snow rows under these, so we can bring out those weavers. We are okay with our 3-strand twining around our spiral weft. We'll need to bring out our spiral weft. And if we look over here, we have 2 snow rows under these, so we'll need to break those out. So the 3-strand twining on these have been done. These are ready to do a 3-strand twining, so make sure to get those done. And we're looking at our spiral weft. And we have them meeting right there. Let me move that. Okay, so we have the one that's going in the front is jumping to the back, and the one that's in the back is going to the front. So then we can have them meet right there. My kitty is behind the weaving. So this one is jumping 2 warps, and the one that's in the back is jumping forward. Then we'll do these 3-strand twining and head over here. So on this side, we can bring down all of our concentric boxes and do that 3-strand twining, and we can bring down, excuse me, all of our concentric box 3-strand twining and all of our savage pattern 3-strand twining. Make sure we do that. We look pretty good on the 3-strand twining of the spiral, and we'll bring out the spiral weft.